Hello children, how are you all? I hope you all are fit and fine, you are safe at your home. Okay, so let's continue with our chapter 7, fractions. In our previous videos, we have learned lots of things about fractions, and as I have said that if you want to learn fraction easily, nicely, it needs practice. So if you keep doing practice, then this fraction is very interesting and easy, but it needs practice. Okay, so now in our previous video we have learned that how to do addition and subtraction on number line. Now today we are going to learn something more about addition and subtraction. Okay, so in this video we are just learning about addition, and in the next video we will be learning about subtraction. Now we have learned how to do addition on the number line. Now we will be learning how to do addition without number line. Actually, I have already explained a little bit about addition without number line. Still, we'll learn a little more and in detail about addition without number line. Okay, so let's for this we'll have to see some examples. So let's see some examples. Okay. So this is something we are learning, that addition of fractions. If you remember that yesterday, if you remember that in a previous video, I have told that when you do addition of fractions, you just have to add the numerators. You don't have to add the denominators. Denominator is common, so it will remain as it is. So let's see how to follow this formula in the addition of like fractions. We are talking about the addition that is a sum of like fractions. If we are doing addition of two like fractions, if we are doing addition of more than two like fractions, the rule will remain the same. So let's see one or two examples and then we'll start our exercise 7G. Now when we'll do this exercise 7G, you have to follow the instruction, because few questions will be doing in the textbook and few questions will be doing in the classwork. So you have to be very clear that which questions to be done in the textbook and which questions to be done in the classwork. Okay, so let's see one or two examples. Suppose here you have 2 upon 8 plus 3 upon 8. So we have to do addition. If you follow the formula says sum of numerators. So sum of numerators means these are the two numerators. So sum of numerators. Okay, what will come below the numerators? Common denominator. Common means it has the same denominator, so we can call it common. So now when you do addition, you don't have to write it two times because it is same. So if you write only one time, it is okay. Here we'll be writing 8 only one time because it is a common denominator. As I've said, we don't add the denominator, so we just have to write the common denominator because it is like fraction. They are like fractions, they have same denominator, it can be called as a common denominator. So we just have to write one time. Okay, so sum of numerators and below common denominator. So the answer is 2 plus 3, 5 and 5 upon 8. So this is the answer. Suppose instead of two fractions, if I'll be adding three fractions. Okay, so then also the rule will remain the same. The same way you have to do. Suppose you are doing 9 upon 11 plus 3 upon 11 plus 5 upon 11. Suppose you have more than two fractions, then also the rule will remain the same. Sum of numerators. So there are three numerators. It will be 9 plus 3 plus 5. And common denominators. So their denominators are same. So we'll be writing only one time. You don't have to write three times. You can simply write like this way. So 9 plus 3 plus 5. And the answer is 70 upon 11. Okay, now you can see this is proper fraction because its numerator is smaller than the denominator. It is improper fraction because its numerator is bigger than the denominator. Okay, so this way you can do addition of like fractions with the two fractions fractions. Okay, so let's now start our exercise 7G. Now we'll be starting exercise 7G. Now in 7G, your first question is that you have to do, you're given some pictorial presentation. For example, the first one is, this is question 1, A. I'll be showing A, B you have to do by your own. So there is a A, you are given the box. Here also you are given the box. And here also you are given the box. At the end, you are given one more box. Okay, now this box is divided into 6 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so here also it is divided into 6 equal parts. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now in the first, they have shaded 2 parts. In the next, this is the plus sign, so you are doing addition. So in the next, they have done shading of 3 parts, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now for this you can write 2 upon 6 plus sign. Here you can write 3 upon 6. Okay, so here we have written in the given box, we have written the fraction. For this it is 2 upon 6, for this it is 3 upon 6. And so that here they have shaded 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 parts. And you can see the answer that 2 plus 3 is 5 and the common denominator that is 5 upon 6. Okay, so this is A of question 1, you have to do in the textbook only. Now B you have to do by your own, and that is also to be done in the textbook. Okay, so now let's move to the question 2 of exercise 7G. Okay, now in this exercise 7G question 2, you are given the number line. Okay, so number line is given something like this. Question 2, the number line is given here. And on the number line, there are 0 upon 9, 1 upon 9, 2 upon 9, 3 upon 9, 4 upon 9, 5 upon 9, 6 upon 9, 7 upon 9, 8 upon 9, and the last one is 9 upon 9. There is a printing mistake. It is written in your textbook, it is written 9 upon 10, but actually it is 9 upon 9. So don't get confused, it is a printing mistake. Here in your textbook it is given 9 upon 10, but it's not 9 upon 10, it's 9 upon 9. And we all know that when they both become equal, then it will be considered as one whole. Now, in this one, they have shown you the addition on the number line, as well as they have given you one box besides the number line. I don't have place besides the number line, so I am drawing it down. You are given this box. This question you have to do in the textbook only. Okay, now the jump shows from 0 to 3 upon 9 like this way. Here is the plus sign. Now it is jumping and going to the 7 upon 9. Okay, now here the thing is, you are given the answer. You have to frame the addition sentence for the fraction. Okay, we all know when we do addition on the number line, we first go to the first number from the 0. So as I am moving from 0 to 3 upon 9, means my first fraction is 3 upon 9. As I am moving forward, means I am doing addition. So plus sign. Okay, now to be we are moving, or you can say to be taken, or we can say number of jumps to be taken. Okay, so now let's count that how many numbers we have jumped and reached to the 7 upon 9. 7 upon 9 is not your second number. 7 upon 9 is your answer. 7 upon 9 is your answer because you are reaching here. So this is your answer. So you don't have to write 7 upon 9 here. You have to write that, okay, from 3 upon 9, how many steps we have moved forward and reached to 7 upon 9. Okay, so we can see the 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have taken 4 jumps, that is 4 upon 9. And now you can verify your answer that 3 plus 4 is 7 and 9 is common. So this is your question 2 which you have to do in the textbook. So it means self-practice 7G, you have to do question 1 and 2 in the textbook. Now we'll be doing question 3, and this question 3 will be doing in the classwork. We'll be also doing question 4 in the classwork, question 5 in the classwork, 6 and 7 as well in the classwork. So it means what? It means only question 1 and 2 to be done in the textbook. Rest exercise, all the questions to be done in the classwork. That is also very neatly, okay, with the proper steps. So please do follow the steps. Don't skip any of the steps. Don't write direct answer. Whatever you do, you have to show the calculation. Now let's do question 3. Copy and add the fractions. Okay, this is your question 3. Now from question 3 onwards you have to do in the textbook. Now there are A to G questions in your question 3, but I'll be showing you few so that you can understand that how to do the steps. Okay, here A is 2 upon 6 plus 3 upon 6. This is your A of question 3. Now as I said, you have to do 2 plus 3, that is 2 plus 3. The 6 is common, so here you write 6 and here 5 upon 6. So you just have to show, see directly you don't have to write the answer. This is compulsory to show that what you are adding, how you are adding numerator, how you are adding denominator. This step is very important, so please don't do the direct answer. This step is important, so please do it. Okay, now here is a B. 1 upon 8 plus 3 upon 8. So 1 plus 3, 8. So answer is 4 upon 8. Remember, we are just adding numerators. We don't add the denominators. It is common and we'll be writing as a common denominator. Please do remember this. By mistake also, don't add the denominators. Okay, now C is 1 upon 5 plus 0 upon 5. So it is 1 plus 0 upon 5. So that is 1 upon 5. Okay, so this is your question 3, A, B, C. Now let's do 2 more questions and then rest of the questions by your own. Here is the D, that is 3 upon 7 plus 3 upon 7. So here 3 plus 3 upon 7 and the answer is 6 upon 7. Now E, that is here in the E you are adding 3 fractions. You are adding 3 fractions, but the method will remain the same. If you add 2 fractions, if you add more than 2 fractions, it does not change the basic method. Okay, so here also 3 plus common denominator, that is 9. So here 3 plus 2, 5 plus 2, 7 upon 9. This is your answer of E. Now still two more questions are remaining, F and G, that to be done by your own. All the whole question 3 to be done in the classroom. Okay, now let's see question number 4. Now question number 4. Question number 4 is, you have to, in question number 4 you have to add and then you have to compare them. So here in this question number 4 we'll be doing addition also, as well as we'll be revising the comparison part which we have done previous. Okay, so that is only you have to do. So we'll be adding also and we'll be comparing also. So question number 4a, that is 3 upon 5 plus 2 upon 5, and you have to do 1 upon 5 plus 4 upon 5. So here you have to add it down here, 3 plus 2 upon 5, so that is 5 upon 5. Okay, that is 5 upon 5. Here 1 plus 4 upon 5. So this is 5 upon 5, 4 plus 1, 5, and this 5. You can see they both are equal. They both are equal. So here also we will be putting sign of equal. Now let's do B. So as you have to show this calculation, you cannot do in the textbook. So in classwork you have to show this calculation and you have to do it in the classwork with a proper calculation. Okay, now here 3 upon 7 plus 1 upon 7. Here 4 upon 7 plus 2 upon 7. Okay, so we'll be adding it. 3 plus 1 upon 3 plus 1 upon 7. So 3 plus 1, that is 4 upon 7. So this is the answer of this. Here 4 plus 2 upon 7. So 4 plus 2, 6 upon 7. Okay, as I all know that in the like fraction, when you have the numerator, when you have the denominator same, they are called like fraction. Now in like fraction, bigger is bigger and smaller is smaller. Because this denominators are same, so we cannot compare the denominators. We have to compare with the numerators. Okay, we have to compare with the numerators. In like fractions, whichever is bigger, it has the bigger value. Whichever is smaller, it has the smaller value. But if you have unlike fractions to compare, then you have to think opposite. Okay, so you have to go back and remember the rules of comparing fractions, like fractions and unlike fractions. So here, as we are comparing like fractions, it is very easy. Here you don't have to think much. It seems big, it is big itself. If it seems small, it's small only. So this one is greater. So here also this is greater. Okay, this we have done A and B. Let's do C. Let's do C and then D by your own. Okay, so let's do C. Question 4C. That is 1 upon 9 plus 4 upon 9, 3 upon 13 and 2 upon 13. Okay, so here 1 plus 4 upon 9. So 1 plus 4, 5 upon 9. So this is the answer. Here 3 plus 2 upon 13. 3 plus 2 is 5 and 13. Okay, now you can see that the denominators are different. If denominators are different, it is unlike fraction. And unlike fraction, the numerators are same, denominators are different. fractions, whichever is bigger, we consider it as a bigger, whichever is smaller, we consider it as smaller. But in unlike fraction, we are focusing on the denominators because numerators are same, and which is same we cannot compare. So we have to focus on the numbers which are different. Okay, but here we have to think opposite. When you are comparing unlike fractions with the same numerators, you have to think opposite. Here you have to see that whichever is bigger, actually it is having the smaller value, and whichever is smaller, it is having the greater value. So, as unlike fraction is opposite to like fraction, the way you do in the like fraction, it's opposite you have to do here. So what you have to do here is fraction with the greater denominator is having smaller value, and fraction with the smaller denominator, it is having greater value. It means what? Here this fraction's value is lesser than this fraction. So if the value of this fraction is lesser, means this is smaller and this is bigger. Okay, now the same way you have to do, because you have to do D, because it is also having the same thing. It is unlike fraction only. Now question 5 is draw a number line to represent each of the following addition sentence. You all know how to do addition on the number line, so this question 5 to be done by your own. Now let's do question 6 and 7 again by your own, because it is a simple, only measurements are different, otherwise the method is same. So let's do question number 6. Question number 6 says and 5/12 are and 3/12 are and write the answer in minutes. Okay, this is your question number 6. Now we'll be doing question number 7 also. That add 70/25. Okay, we'll do question number 7 afterwards. First we'll do question number 6. Okay, so here it is simply written add 5/12 and 3/12. So we have to add it. So 5/12 plus 3/12. So 5 plus 3/12, that is 8/12 But they want you to answer in minutes. Okay, they have given you fractions in hour, but they want answer in minutes. So here you have to do one more calculation here. If you remember, we have learned how to find out the part of a whole. Okay, we all know that 1 hour is equals to 60 minutes. As we have to answer in minutes, we'll be doing 8/12 of 1 hour. Okay, 1 hour means 60 minutes. Okay, so we have to do the calculation with the minutes. So here we'll be finding answer in the minutes. 8/12 of 60 minutes. Okay, now we all know this method that of to be replaced by multiplication signs. So 8/12 multiplied by 60 minutes. Now this 12 and 16, okay, this 12 and 60 we have to multiply, we have to divide. Why do we have to divide? Because we have to consider it as a numerator and this is denominator. We all know numerator is dividend and denominator is division. 12 5 is 60. Okay, so 8 5 are 40 minutes. So the answer is 40 minutes. Now question 7 is same. They have given you answer, they have given you question in kg and you have to answer in grams. So 1 kg is equals to 1000 gram. So the whole method will remain the same. Here you will be writing 1 kg is equals to 1000 gram, and this way you can find out that how to represent the given fraction into grams. Okay, so this way here we are completing our exercise 7G as well as we are completing the part of the addition. Now in our next video we will be doing subtraction as well as exercise 7H. Till then,